Good morning. Welcome. It's another Sunday morning yoga with Leah, and I'm so happy that you're joining in today. I think that I know even most of the new members that have moved in recently, I think that we've all gotten a chance to meet, but if we haven't, I do work in the restaurants as well, so I would love a chance to speak with you on the phone or maybe run into you in the hall. So if you don't know me, please introduce yourself, and I'd love to get to know you a little bit better. I hope that you're all staying safe and healthy this morning, and I hope that this provides you a really fun activity to do in your apartment today. As always, for yoga class, you're welcome to participate at your level, whatever that means for you today. So your movement doesn't have to look any certain way. It's more about the feeling, the effort, and intention behind it. It's more about noticing what's going on with your body and responding and just really being in tune with that. So to that end, I'll give several options for many of the more challenging movements. And I invite you to really listen to your body and choose the option that is the best for you today. And that doesn't necessarily mean the most challenging option that you could do every time, but choosing those moments for more intensity. You're welcome to sit a moment out. If the movement doesn't seem like it speaks to you, you're welcome to just return to your comfortable seat and recenter, reconnect for a moment, and then catch back in with a movement that seems like it's better for your body. So go ahead and find your way to your seat in your apartment, and you want a seat where you can have your feet comfortably reach the ground. If that's not doable, get a little step stool or something to put underneath your feet. Bring the ground up to you. Come just slightly away from your chair back, sit up nice and tall, and lift your chest. I'm going to adjust my camera slightly here. But lift your chest. Start to sit up even taller. And close your eyes. Let your attention go inward. Start to notice your breath, the pace and quality. And start at your feet. Feel the ground beneath you, supporting you. Check in with your knees, your hips. As you inhale, encourage your low belly to fill and expand first, then your lungs. As you exhale, empty from the top down. And in the end, low belly draws in and up, pressing out every last bit of air. Continue on with this full intentional inhale and complete exhale throughout practice today. Your pace might be a little quicker or a little slower than mine, and that's absolutely okay. But working to fill completely and empty out every last bit of air with each cycle of breath. Open your eyes. Bring your arms down by your sides. Press your feet down lightly into the ground and start to feel your legs engage. Reach down through fingertips. Draw shoulders down and back and lift your chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale, empty out. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Reach tall through fingertips. Press your feet down and squeeze biceps in by ears. Take one more breath in. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take hands to knees, cat and cow. Lift your chest. Draw shoulders back. Lean forward. And then exhale, round your spine, tuck chin to chest, lean back. If you find yourself hitting the back of your chair before you think you're done with your motion, scoot forward just a little bit in your seat so you have more space to round your spine behind you. Again, your pace might be quicker or slower than mine. Maybe one of these two movements feels really good and you stay there a little longer. And maybe you start to add in some movements of your own, shifting side to side or moving in a circle. It really does not have to look like anything. It just saying good morning to your spine here. Finish out your next movement. And then come up tall through a neutral spine, shoulders stacked right over hips. Press your feet down and really lift up, extending through the crown of your head. Nice. Press your feet down even more. Feel the tops of your legs. Do they feel engaged? Great job. Sit up even taller. Draw waistline to spine. Then sweep arms up. Inhale. Exhale, arms out to shoulder height. Turn palms to face down. Keep sitting up tall. Keep pressing feet down. Squeeze shoulders in behind you and expand across your chest, across your collarbones. Extend out for your fingertips. Take one more breath in. And exhale, release your arms down. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale to shoulder height, palms face down. Make blade hands, close your fingers and thumbs in one flat line, and then extend out through your fingertips. Squeeze your shoulders together behind you, lift your chest. Exhale, release arms down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale to shoulder height. Really lift your chest, squeeze your shoulders, strong arms, inhale. Exhale down. Roll your shoulders out a few times. Then bring your palms together. Interlace your fingers to the webbing. Flip your hands away from you and press forward. You might keep your arms here pressing towards straight, or if this feels okay, maybe start to lift your arms up overhead. Keep the interlace of your fingers really secure. For me, it's the pinky side of my hands always wants to come apart, so I press my thumb tips together to help keep everything engaged here. Squeeze biceps in by ears and lift your chest. Press your hands either forward or up overhead and back. Take one more breath in. Release out, exhale. Roll your shoulders out a few times. Arms up, inhale. Cactus your arms. And then just take a little twist side to side. So keep your wrists in line over your elbows and draw one elbow back at a time. Keep pressing through both feet. Knees in line over ankles, nice and stable. Come back to neutral. Release your arms down. Really nice job. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, emptying out. Inhale, lift your chest. Press your feet down. Exhale, hinge slightly forward. Aiming for shoulders in line over knees, and you're welcome to use your hands for support on your thighs, or if it feels okay, start to walk your hands down your legs, maybe reaching towards your feet or even the ground. Press your feet down, and if your hands are on the ground, press your hands down as well. Send your hips back and reach out through the crown of your head, or round your upper spine down, forehead towards shins. Press your feet down and carefully start to walk your hands back up your legs. Roll yourself all the way up. Take a big breath in. Exhale out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Extend your feet just a little farther in front of you. Let me adjust so you can see my feet. Just a little farther in front of you. So still quite a bit of bend in your knees, but heels up forward beyond your knees. And then flex your feet all the way up and back towards you. Yeah, spread your toes really wide. Flare your toes out. Nice job. And then point your feet towards the ground. If this feels easy, just easy to touch your feet down, take your legs farther away and then point your feet down. Yeah, nice. Getting that stretch through your shins, through your ankle. Then draw toes up and back towards you. Flex your feet. Flare your toes. Nice. Add a little extra juice by pressing your heels away from you. Great job. One more breath in. On your exhale, point your feet forward, reaching your feet all the way down for the ground. And again, if this feels really easy and you're like, Leah, no stretch here, I feel great. Take your feet farther away until it feels challenging or you can't quite get your feet to touch down. Nice. Come all the way up and back. Spread your toes wide. And then this time, keep your feet flexing, but crunch your toes over. Yeah, a little crunch through your toe. My foot looks like this from the side. Little crunch for the toe. Nice, and then spread your toes out once more. Replant your feet underneath you. Come in just a little closer to your seat, almost like you would if you were going to stand up. And then lift to your tippy toes. Press the balls of your feet down. Imagine wearing a high-heeled shoe, maybe from experience, maybe pure imagination, but you know what it would be like. Press the toes down, balls of your feet down, lift your heels even higher. Release out. Take your feet back to neutral, underneath your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Take a big breath in. Long breath out. One more time, big breath in. Long breath out. Extend your right leg out. Flex your foot. And replace your foot down. Extend your left leg out. Flex your foot. And replace back down. Now do the same thing again, but focus on your foot that's still on the ground. So press your left foot down. Extend your right leg out. Nice. Replace your foot. Press that right foot down. Extend your left leg out. Really nice. One more time. Press your left foot down. Extend your right leg out. Reach your left fingertips forward. Nice job. Press your right foot down. Extend your left leg out. Reach your right fingertips forward. Nice. Press both feet down. Lift your chest. Hinge from the hip crease. Fold forward. Maybe hands on legs. Maybe palms to heart center. Maybe hands walking down to or towards the ground. Then press your feet down. Roll yourself back upright. Big breath in. Long breath out. Pick up your right leg. You can use your hand to help or just use the strength in your leg. Open your leg out and set your foot down. Then same thing with your left leg. Pick up your leg. Use the strength of your hand or just the strength of your leg and open and set down. Then adjust. Make that a little bit comfortable. Press your feet down and away from each other. Lift your chest. Hands on your thighs, not your knees. Hinge forward. This hinge can be very slight. Keep your knees pressing out. Feet press down. Make your legs strong and engaged. Extend your spine. Feet down, roll upright. Walk your feet back in together. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more time, inhale and exhale. Now you're welcome to take this next pose seated or standing. I'm going to demonstrate seated for the first round, and then I'll demonstrate standing. So you're welcome to stay seated for the second round as well. Just take your feet down right underneath your knees, sit up tall, right hand to your hip, left arm up by your ear. Take an inhale. On your exhale, tilt over. Move top shoulder back, extend out through your arm and press your feet down really firmly. Yeah, you can use this bottom hand to help keep the bottom side of your waist from collapsing over, or maybe extend your bottom arm out as well. Maybe touch palms together. Come up through center. Arms down, exhale. Left hand to hip, right arm up. Take an inhale, crescent over, exhale. Press both feet down. Move your top shoulder back. There's a tendency to kind of lean or collapse forward here. So keep really expanded across your chest. And this hand can help keep the bottom side of your waist strong. If that feels okay, you might extend your arm out. You might press palms together. Take an inhale. Come up through center. Exhale down. All right, you're welcome to practice seated again or practice standing. I really did not get the best camera setup today. That's all right, we make do. So standing, you're welcome to use one or both hands on your chair for support to begin with, but you will need one arm up here. Stand with your feet together or as close together as feels comfortable for you. It doesn't have to be inner edges of your feet touching if that's not comfortable for you to stand. Take your right arm to your hip or to your chair. Left arm up. Take an inhale. Exhale, tilt over to the right. Now, if you're standing, press your hips out to the opposite direction. This is going to provide more length in the left side of your body. You can keep your hand on your chair or your hip for support. You can extend your bottom arm up or maybe take palms together. If you'd like to press your palms together, but it's hard to keep them, try interlacing your fingers, releasing your index finger and thumb. Nice. Come up through center on an inhale. And exhale, release down. Switch sides, left hand to your chair or to your hip, right arm up. Take an inhale. Exhale, tilt over to the left. And now if you're standing, again, you want to press your hips out in the opposite direction, creating more length in the side of your body. Hand on chair or hip, good for support. If that feels okay, maybe extend your bottom arm. Maybe palms together, interlace, release index finger and thumb. Come up through center, inhale. Exhale, release down, roll those shoulders out a few times. If you're standing and you'd like to stay standing for Warrior 1 and Warrior 2, feel free. I'm going to demonstrate seated our first time through here in these lunges. And then know that you're welcome to stay seated for the second and third rounds, or you're welcome to stand up and participate and just kind of see what level works best for you. So starting with Warrior 1, you're going to start with your feet underneath your knees. And then you're going to scoot over to the left side of your chair. Now you'll need to scoot over quite far. It's not a little scooch, it's a lot of scooch. In the end, only your right side would be supported by the chair. So see how I'm way over on the edge of the chair and half the chair is free. My left leg is totally free on the outside. You're welcome to hold on to the side of the chair with your right hand. Then take your left leg and walk it back behind you. Keep your knee bent unless you can get your foot back far enough that it feels okay to make your leg more straight. Draw your knee down towards the ground and in towards the chair. If you'd like, left arm up, press your front foot down, and maybe take your right arm up. Warrior 1. From the side, this is what it looks like from the side. Turn my chair for you. Would look like this. Something along these lines. So I'm facing forward, both my feet are pressing down, but the chair is supporting underneath my hip. Feeling predominantly a stretch in the front of your back leg. So to switch sides, you simply bring your left leg forward, scoot all the way over to the opposite side of the chair. And remember, it's a big scooch, it's not a little scooch. So keep on scooting over until your right leg's totally free on the outside. It needs to be free so it has space to move. Otherwise, the chair will be right in your way. And then you want to walk that foot back behind you. Draw your knee into the midline and point it down towards the ground. Knee can stay bent. Or if it feels okay to walk your foot back far enough to make your leg more straight, you can. But it's not required. Maybe right arm up if you feel comfortable. And then press your front foot down. That's how you provide more support here to send your left arm up. Warrior 1. Big breath in. Yeah, really lifting up. Release out. Bring your right leg forward once more and come back to the middle. We will come back and practice Warrior 1 at least one more time, but for now we're going to show Warrior 2. So just keep Warrior 1 in your mind. Warrior 2, walk your feet out wide and with heels in, toes out. We've been in this position before today. Then you're going to take your right foot, turn those toes all the way to point directly to the side. You're going to take your left heel and turn it out so that if your heel and your left foot connected, they make a letter T. Nice. Left leg comes to almost straight. Right knee is well bent. And then shoulders stack right over your hips. Lift your chest. And extend your arms out. Really nice job. Last step. Turn your gaze over your right hand. Warrior 2. Bend and widen your front knee. Scoop your tailbone forward and anchor through your back foot. Lift your chest. Extend out through fingertips. Release your arms down. Right toes turn in, left toes turn out, and we're going to switch. You might have to shift a little bit. Nice. Your foot makes that T once more. Right leg is straight or almost straight. Knee stacks over ankle. Lift your chest. If that all feels good, maybe send arms out. Last step, turn your gaze over your left hand. Widen your front knee. Scoop your tailbone forward, anchor through your back foot. Lift chest, extend out through fingertips. Big breath in. Exhale, arms down, left foot in, and then walk your right foot in a little closer together. So that's seated warrior 1 and warrior 2. We will go through those, like I said, at least one more time. I'm going to show the standing poses here. So feel free to practice along, standing or seated. So standing up, I'm going to turn to the side for warrior 1 so that you can see a little better, but you don't need to turn to the side at home unless you want to. Start standing just comfortably behind your chair, pretty close in so that you can stand up tall, stacking shoulders over your hips, over your knees, just comfortably, not leaning forward to be supported by the chair. If your chair is not quite the right height, your countertop, your kitchen table, your walker can all be really good options too. Just make sure your walker has the brakes on. And then take your right foot, step it a little closer to the chair, bend your knee, and step your left foot back. You're going for here the longest stance that you can hold comfortably. It should be a little bit longer than your step stride that you use when walking, and you do want to go for something that's challenging. Turn both hips to point towards the chair. Draw your right hip back, move your left hip forward to do this. Your back heel can go down, or you can lift it up. It just depends on what's most comfortable for you. And then draw waistline back to spine. Really scoop your tailbone forward. If you'd like, one or both arms reach up. Warrior 1. Big breath in. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, hands down. Left foot forward. Right foot back. And then switch sides. Left foot forward. If you're in the chair, you're scooting over to the other side. Right foot steps back. And again, you want a stance that challenges you but doesn't take you just completely outside your comfort zone. The longest stride that you can hold without your feet sliding away from each other. Bend your front knee and reach it forward. And then take your front hip and move it back. Yeah, imagine your femur bone getting longer in the process. Tone inner thighs into the midline, and you can reach your back heel down or pick your back heel up. Just depends on what's most comfortable for you. Tuck tailbone forward, draw waistline back. Maybe one or both arms reach up. Take a big breath in. Long breath out. One more time, big breath in. Long breath out. Hands down to the chair, right foot forward, left foot back. Walk your feet out a few times. Setting up for warrior 2, walk your feet out wide. Feet out nice and wide. If you're sitting down, same thing, walk your feet out wide and then pivot your right toes out. Bend your left knee. If you're seated, adjust your left foot. Bend your right knee. Bend and widen that knee. Scoop your tailbone forward and press your back foot down. Maybe one arm, maybe both arms go out. Maybe turn your gaze over your right hand. Lift your chest, extend out through fingertips, and keep getting taller through your spine. And then hands back to the chair or keep reaching out. Right toes in, left toes out. Bend your left knee. Take your knee a little wider. Scoop your tailbone forward towards the chair and press your back foot down. Make your back leg super strong. Lift chest, extend out through fingertips. Big breath in and out. Hands back to the chair. Straighten your left leg. Turn all 10 toes to point forward. If you're sitting down, come to that heels in, toes out stance and take the same forward fold we did earlier. If you're standing behind your chair, make just a little bit of space between you and the chair. Bend your knees slightly and hinge from the hip crease. Press your hips back, start to lower your torso. Show you from the side, like so. Lowering your torso, kind of making your body into a letter L shape. You can use your hands on the chair back or rest your arms on the chair back and start to lower your head in between your arms. This will provide a little bit more length for the spine. Bending your knees is encouraged here. Send your hips back. And then walk back up. Press your hips forward. Walk your feet back in underneath you. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Big breath in. Long breath out. I'm going to do a brief balancing section, and this will be really, really fun. Start with your chair facing forward, and you're going to turn side to side like this. I'm going to switch my chair side to side so that I keep pointing forward towards you. So first, you're going to turn to your right so the chair is underneath your left hand, like so. We will be using the chair for support for this entire sequence. So even if you don't necessarily feel the most comfortable balancing, I do encourage you to try. Sorry to make an adjustment here. Yeah, I do encourage you to try, as you will have one hand and you can have one toe on the ground for support in addition to a full standing leg the whole time. So chair under your left hand, you're facing to the right. Make sure you can balance comfortably on your left leg, and I encourage a little bend in the knee. Take your right hand to your hip. Slide your right tippy toe forward, little to no weight in your foot. Nice. Flex your foot, lift your toe up just where you're standing, and then point your foot, touch it back down. One more time, flex and point. And then move your toe out to the side. Yeah, strong standing leg. Try to lift up and stay nice and tall. Little bend in your knee, same thing. Flex and point. Flex and point. If the flex and point, if that's what tricks up your balance, just skip it. Stay here. And then come back to the front. Bend your knee, pick your foot up, and shoot your toe out behind you. Yeah, nice job. Same thing, but you're going to bend your knee, kick your heel in towards your seat, and then point your foot back out behind you. Bend your knee, kick your heel in, point your foot back out. Come around to the outside. Same thing, flex and point, flex and point. To the back once more, and step back through underneath. Whoo, shift the weight, side to side a few times. Really nice job. Really nice job. Okay, so you're going to turn back to your chair and over your left shoulder so your right hand is to the chair. Right hand to the chair. And then same thing on this side. Start, little bend in your right leg. Make sure you feel supported by the chair and by your leg without kind of leaning one side or the other. Great job. And then extend your left toes forward. Flex, lift up, and point, touch down. Flex and point. And then take your toe out to the side. Nice. Really lift up. Great job. Flex and point. Flex and point. And then come back to the front and come through. Pick up your foot and point out behind you. Nice job. Stay strong on your standing leg. Bend your knee, kick your heel in. And then extend back out. Bend your knee, kick your heel in. Extend back out. Come around to the outside. Flex and point. Flex and point. To the back. And step through. Really nice shift. Side to side. Great job. One more time on each side. One more time. This is very challenging for the standing leg. As your opposite leg moves through the different planes of motion, your balance is being tested in such a variety of ways. So again, left hand to the chair, balancing on your left leg, little bend in your knee, right toes forward, flex and point 2 times. Nice job, out to the side, stand up tall, beautiful, flex and point. Back to the front, tracing that toe along the floor, then pick up your foot, extend your leg out behind you, flex and point 2 times. Oh, I forgot, bend your knee, kick your heel in. We got a little bonus one this time. And then come out to the side, flex and point. To the back. And step through, shift. Side to side. Really nice effort, everyone. Last time, turn over your left shoulder so your right hand is to the chair. Stand on your right leg, little bend in that knee for extra support. Left toes forward. Flex and point. Out to the side, flex and point, stand up tall. back to the front, and through to the back. We'll repeat my mistake on this side, just 2 times flex and point. And then 2 bend of the knee. Come around to the outside, flex and point. To the back. And step through. Really nice shift, side to side. Great job, everybody. Go ahead and everyone find your way back to your seat. Yeah, find your way back to your seat. I'll have a few seated poses here, a few deeper stretches, and then we'll be into our final moments of class. So go ahead and come forward in your seat once more. Sit up nice and tall, so shoulders stack over hips. Make sure that your feet come down right underneath your knees. Start with your feet and legs as close together as they'll go. And then take your right leg up and over your left, eagle pose. The goal here is to have your shins and your knees as close together as you can. So yours might look something more like this. That's totally fine, but your version of shins and knees squeezing in together right to the midline. Sit up tall. You might add the arms. Right elbow crosses under. And then give yourself a big hug. If that feels okay, you can press backs of hands or palms together. Lift your chest. Maybe lift your elbows. And keep pressing down through the foot that's on the ground. Your left foot, press it down. Make your legs strong and squeeze in together. Lift up, one more breath in. Unwrap your arms. Unwrap your legs. Shift it out a little bit. And then switch sides. Left leg up and over your right. And again, your version of as close together as your shins and knees can go. And it might even be way different this side than it was on the first. And that's totally to be expected. Squeeze legs in together. Lift your chest. And if you'd like, maybe add the arms. Left elbow under. Give yourself a big hug. And then maybe if that feels okay, backs of hands together, maybe palms together. Sit up tall, keep pressing your right foot down into the ground and squeeze your legs into the midline. Lift your chest, lift your elbows. Unwrap your arms, unwrap your legs, shake it out a little bit. Then take your feet down just underneath your knees. Press both feet down, sit up tall. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Bend your knee and squeeze your knee up to your chest. Press your chest forward to your leg. You might stay right here or half pigeon. Cross ankle over your knee. Make a figure 4 shape. Flex your foot. Keep your ankle strong. And you can use one or both hands to support your knee. Or you might take your hands away and just let gravity do its thing. You don't want to use weight to press down, but you can use the strength of your leg to press down. And then lift your chest. If this all feels okay and you'd like more stretch in your hip, you might hinge forward, aiming for shoulders over knees. In order to create more stretch here, your hinge has to come from the hip crease. If you simply round your spine, you won't increase the stretch in your hip. You'll just simply round your spine. If that feels good to you, by all means, go for it. But if you want the stretch in your hip, that hinge has to come from right at the base of your spine. Come back upright if you're leaning forward. Draw your knee up to your chest and roll your ankle out on the way back down to the ground. Then press both feet down, sit up tall. Extend your right leg forward, flex your foot. Draw your knee up to your chest, squeeze and press your chest forward. Stay here or cross your ankle over your knee, make a figure 4 shape. Flex your foot, keep your ankle strong. And you might keep one or both hands on your knee for support, or if it feels okay, let gravity do its thing. Take your hands away. And again, don't press with your upper body or anything, but you can use the strength in your leg to press your knee down and away from you. And then if you'd like more stretch, sit up really tall, Hinge right from the hip crease, hinging forward. Keep thinking tall, extend out through the crown of your head. We're aiming for shoulders over knees. Press your right foot down, lift up. Nice job. Hinge upright. Draw a knee into your chest. And roll your ankle out on the way back down. One more time. Right leg extends. Draw your knee up to your chest, squeeze in. Stay here or ankle over knee, figure four. You're welcome to leave your hands for support or let your knee drop away. Keep this right foot flexed. Draw your big toe up and back towards your knee. Press the little toe side of your foot out and down. Yeah, really nice. Then you're welcome to hinge forward. After you hinge forward, you might turn and look to the left. And you might even turn your shoulders slightly to the left. This will increase the stretch, so only do this if you're looking for more intensity here. Untwist, then come upright. Draw knee to chest, roll it out on the way down. Last time, left leg extends. Knee to chest, squeeze in. Stay or ankle over knee, figure four. Let gravity do its thing, or again, feel free to support in the second round. Focus on your left foot, so flex your foot, big toe draws up and back towards your knee. This pinky toe side of your foot presses out and down. Yeah, so we're really strong engaged through the ankle. Maybe you hinge forward, and maybe you turn your gaze to the right, and turn your shoulder slightly to the right. So I kind of bring my arm down in front of me. Nicely done. Untwist first. Then come up. Knee to chest, squeeze in. Roll your ankle out on the way back down. I'll turn my chair to the side so you can better see this next sequence of movements. Take your feet down underneath your knees. Make sure you're pretty far forward in your seat. And take your hands either beside you on the chair or they can come behind you. Maybe find a spot that kind of works for you. Then squeeze your shoulders together and press through your hands, lift your chest. Depending on how tall you are, the back of the chair might work better for you. Maybe reaching down. You don't have to hold on exactly where I am, but you want to kind of create that same experience of shoulders squeezing in, chest lifting up, and the ability to either lean forward or, if you feel comfortable, press through your feet, lift your seat, lift your chest. This is our modified bridge pose. Big breath in, roll down. Release out. Sit in neutral for a few breaths. Nice job. Take your right hand across for your left knee. Draw your left shoulder up, back, and down. Place your hand beside or behind you on the seat and lift your chest, twisting to the left. Press both feet down into the ground. Keep knees in line right over ankles. Take one more breath in. Untwist, release. Left hand across for your right knee. Right shoulder up, back, and down. Place your hand either beside or somewhere behind you on the seat and lift your chest as you twist to the right. Maybe turn your gaze all the way over your back shoulder. Press down through both feet. Keep knees in line over ankles. Your knees like to do funky things here. And exhale, untwist. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more time, big breath in. Long breath out. Take your right arm across your chest. Hook in the crook of your left elbow. And then apply a little bit of gentle pressure, drawing your arm across. Sometimes, depending on where your shoulder started, this might feel like not a good stretch, but a weird stretch. So if that's the case, take your arm out and across once more. Usually when it starts from a more natural movement, you get a better feeling here. Then switch arms, take your left arm across. Hook in the crook of your right elbow, and then just apply a little bit of pressure with your right arm, drawing across to your tolerance level. And again, if you get that feeling, that's not a good stretch, more like a crunchy feeling, take that arm out and back, and typically that's gonna help remedy. Release, take a big breath in, lift your chest. Exhale, empty. Inhale. And exhale. Start to find your way into a little bit of a more comfortable seat here. Yeah, maybe sliding back in your chair, maybe taking your feet to rest on something. If you'd like to completely change your seat and maybe go to, like a more comfortable chair in your apartment, or sit on the ground or support with the wall behind you, you're welcome to. We're going to settle in here for a brief meditation. So find a seat that you can comfortably maintain without fidgeting. Get any last minute fidgets out, adjust your hair, take that sip of water. And then drop your chin halfway to your chest. Rest your hands comfortably on your legs or in your lap. And allow your eyes to close. Or you might just gaze softly at the ground in front of you. Start to soften your face and jaw, the space behind your eyes. Soften your shoulders. And start to find a breath pacing here that feels intentional, but doesn't require too much effort for you to maintain. Staying easy and effortless. You're always welcome to use your own mantra or meditation style here. But today, the mantra I have to offer, 3 lines repeating, said silently to yourself. I am here. I am loved. I am enough. I am here. I am loved. I am enough. I am here. I am loved. I am enough. And on and on. At the end of your next exhale, start to allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm, transitioning out of your mantra. Find your way to a comfortable resting position. You might like to lay down supine on the ground. You might simply shift slightly or take a final stretch before returning to a similar seat that you already had. I suggest letting your feet go a little wide, maybe letting toes fall open. Allow your eyes to close. Let your breath breathe itself. Just be here for the next moment. Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Take gentle movements to fingers and toes. Start to sit up a little taller, and if you'd like, you can reach your arms up. Take one final stretch. Then join palms together at heart center. We'll close today with the sound Om one time. You're welcome to sing along or listen. Release your air. Full breath in. Thumbs to forehead center. With gratitude for this practice. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining in today and sharing your wonderful yoga practice. If there are questions that you have for me, you can always reach out to me. I have an email address here associated with the property, or you can reach out through the community life team, or if you run into me at the restaurant or happen to catch me on the phone, I'm always happy to answer your questions. We will have a Thanksgiving live stream class at 10 a.m. on Thursday, and I will be doing a special Thanksgiving class, so I really hope that you join in from home. And I have been teaching a Thanksgiving yoga class at the studio I work at this will be my 5th year, so I'm really excited to also be able to share that tradition with you all here at the Hacienda. So have a safe and happy rest of your day and great weekend, and I hope to pass by you soon in the halls. Thanks so much, everyone.